What's up, guys? Hey, it's been a while since I've actually posted a video, since I've actually filmed a video. The last one I shot about a month and a half ago when we were up here in Idaho. We're at our in-laws' place right now. We kind of bounce between the cabin property and here. And we've been bouncing between home and here too, which has been kind of cool. But I thought I'd just do a video, kind of an update as to what's going on. Frankly, I just haven't really felt like doing a video recently. I know you guys have been wanting to see cabin stuff and all that, so have I. But we've been kind of in the middle of dealing with all sorts of stuff, you know, I mean, with schooling and all that changing due to this, geez, I don't even know what's banned on YouTube anymore to say. That's the other problem. That's one of the reasons why I've been not real motivated to do videos as well, because you just simply don't know what the rules are anymore. You know, if you're a conservative, you're kind of banned from everything. So I've just been kind of, you know, laying low, I guess, to a certain degree. I hope you guys understand that. And until some rules get straightened out, that might have to be the case. The other thing is we've been dealing with what do we do for school for the oldest kid, right? For Ellie. And we made the decision a little while ago to homeschool this year, maybe next year too, just because there's been so much indecision with the school districts and everything that's been going on. And you know, we've been sending her to a private school for the last couple of years, and nobody really knows what's going to happen. It's not their fault, but you just don't know what's going to happen. So we just basically figured we'll get some control over the situation and just take it on ourselves to teach her school for the next couple years. And I've been super proud of Mrs. D wanting to take that on, so that's pretty cool. And so we got the curriculum, a couple $100, and we got her, you know, at least some place to start. I guess there's a big homeschooling community in our local area, and even up here in Idaho, so for that matter. So it's pretty cool to actually see that people coming together, helping each other out, giving each other advice. And you know, I know Mrs. D about a month ago was super stressed, but now that we've kind of made that decision, it's like, it's going to be really awesome because we can come up here in the fall like we used to do and just homeschool. And you know, this will be an experience for the kids, just for their schooling. Let's see, what else? Yeah, the other thing is this whole, I don't know what it is over the last few months. This is going to be kind of a rant video. I'm sorry ahead of time. Mrs. D hates it when I rant. She's very, what would you say? She's very neutral. And that's why we get along so well. I'm not neutral. I never have been. I don't talk politics much on this channel, and I don't really intend to. But I think at some point, at some level, people need to start speaking out against just the insanity that's going on. And I mean insanity. You know, and more every day, I see my friends of friends, former friends, or whatever you want to call it, just completely losing their minds over stupid things. Again, I don't know what the rules are on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, so I'm going to use kind of terms. You're going to have to figure this out, use your imagination. But one of the things that's just shocking to see is this outrage over this drug. I don't know if I can say it, but let's just refer to it as HQX. You can figure it out from there. It's a political thing now. I mean, drugs, it's a political thing. So early on, the Trump administration said that they're supportive of this particular drug and that it's showing promise. And right after that, everybody lost their mind and said, no, it's wrong, he's wrong. The FDA pushes back. Oh, it's wrong, the studies are all bad. And still to this day, people are falling into this whole, I don't know what it is. I really can't figure it out. I know there's a term, there's that kind of funny term going around, orange man bad, so it must be bad. I guess that's what's going on, right? I guess that's what's going on. I can't figure it out. But the studies have all shown, I've watched countless documentaries on nurses and doctors who have prescribed it and had great results. Not 100% results, you know, nothing is 100%. And see, this is where people are losing their minds. No medication out there is 100% going to solve your problems. That's the deal, right? Because everybody's secret, spoiler alert, everyone's different. Okay, your physiology is different. So For instance, there are people who suffer from migraines, headaches in my family, right? So what's the doctor prescribe? Do they prescribe a migraine headache medication? Maybe. There's a couple on the market. None of them really work. So what do? They prescribe anti-seizure medication, maybe antidepressant, anxiety, because they're dealing with different physiologies, and it may be something unrelated that makes it better for you, that helps you out. It's not controversial. There's nothing controversial about that. Those doctors aren't foolish, right? But yet we're made to believe that this is a political issue. No, it's not. It's a medical issue, right? And so people are doing the best that they can with a brand new disease. Well, it's not proven to work. Well, okay, fine. But early on, within, I don't know, a month, the state of Oregon banned its use for this particular pandemic. Really? Why? Well, because of people suffering from lupus and other disease. I totally get that. You don't want to have people hoarding it. I get that. That makes total sense. Total sense. But the federal government made available millions of doses beyond what was already available. It was already taken care of. And so to me, this really irritates me. The politicization of a stupid drug that's been around for 75 years, and by the way, all these studies that they did that were proving that this didn't work at all, there were 6,000 actual doctors who filed a lawsuit against the FDA last month. And I don't know if they're going to win it. I don't know if they have won it. But 6,000 doctors have a dispute with that conclusion. They're real doctors. Okay? So that's a problem. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Actual doctors who actually try this and aren't getting caught up in the politicization of, oh, well, the administration suggested it, so it must be bad. They're actually having decent success rates. In some cases, 100% success rates. But in Oregon, I can't get it if I get this disease. That's a shame. That is, and it should be between you and your doctor, right? That's the deal. And by the way, when you're on a ventilator because of this disease, it's too late to use it anyways. That's not how it works. It's never worked that way. And so that's the only time that in Oregon you're allowed to actually get it. It's I forget what they call it. There's some sort of comfort. It's like a comfort prescription or something like that, where it's off-label use and you can use it at the very last minute when it's too late. How's that sound? That sounds safe to you? That sound like a good policy, a good sound policy? The other thing is, on the other side of the spectrum, I have friends who are more conservative. Now, I'm kind of outspoken conservative myself. I don't mind it, but I'm also a common sense person. And there's a big movement that says masks are bad. Well, I don't agree with that either. I don't understand why that's political. I suppose it has something to do with the fact that the federal government and the local governments and states have been mandating that you wear them. So people jump to the conclusion that it's for your own, they're trying to infringe on your liberties. To a certain degree, I understand that. I get that, because they're forcing you to use this. They are not forcing you to use HQX, the drug, okay? They're not forcing you. You can use that if you want. Nobody's forcing you to use that, and yet they've banned it. And the thing that's mandatory is something that is also not known to be 100% effective against this disease. Masks, right? And if you really want to get down technical if you really want to get technical, masks, gloves, and glasses/goggles, right? If you followed this disease in its early stages in China, as I've done since January, you'll know that the people over there, you start to see some problems when they're locking down full cities and locking people in their apartment buildings, and they're only allowed to come out once a week, and they're wearing goggles, masks, and gloves, and sanitizer and everything, and putting stuff around their feet. You know it's bad, okay? So I don't take this thing lightly at all. I know a lot of people have been like, oh, it's fine now. It's nothing to be panicked about. It's definitely not as deadly as the Spanish flu. But here's the other thing. Who knows what the data means? I mean, you see what's going on with the CDC. I've tried to follow their data from day one. It's about as convoluted as anything I've ever seen. It changes on a monthly basis of how they measure, what they measure, when they measure. I can't follow it. I love data. I can't follow it. At first it was pretty clear, and then it became muddy because a bunch of stuff was mixed into it. That may be more political. I don't know. But that's a problem too. So real facts, real data. You know, a lot of people have a little bit of a problem how I say things. They think it's offensive or whatever. I've heard that before. You sound radical when you type or when you write or when you dispute something. You probably don't see that on the channel very much. But remember earlier in the year I said we were going to be much more honest this year, and that may cost us. It may cost us some friends. But at this point, who's going to speak up? You know, I've seen just literal crickets from people who know better. And so who's running the narrative? Well, we have rioters in Portland right now, burning the city down, like literally burning it down. They're moving out to the suburbs. They're moving out to small towns. Now, whether you agree or disagree with their cause, I don't agree with rioting. That's not constitutional. The moment you infringe on somebody else's rights, your rights end. It's as simple as that, guys. Seriously. And so, again, this is just this mindless, endless, weird, quasi-parallel universe that we're living in. I don't understand it. I have some theories on why that is. I'm not going to get into those on this video. But let's just state the obvious at this point. It's insane. You know, and you know, the moment I speak out and say something, people, whoa, you can't say that. YouTube will ban it. Oh, you can't say that code word because the algorithm will get you. Oh, that video with those doctors is banned now. Really? Is that where we're at? So, you know, maybe I'm a little wound up. Maybe I'm a little stressed out. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's going to pass in a couple months, and we'll all look back at this as a fun time that, you know, got us all closer together as a family. That's great. I don't know. You know, the thing about it is, America's in a pretty, we're in a pretty polarized situation. And for a long time I was thinking, well, these polarizations, you know, they're really, people want, and I think there's still a lot of truth to this. Let's talk about violence for a minute, like gun violence, right? There's people who want the same thing. We all, whether you're on one side of the spectrum or the other side of the spectrum, either you're pro-2A, anti-2A, both of us want the same thing for our kids. We want them to be safe and happy, right? Everybody wants that. It's just how you do it. So I still believe there's an element to that. But more and more, I'm just seeing the insanity level go way up. Even on both sides. You know, the mask wearing thing, not political, guys. The drug thing, not political. And yet now it's political. I don't know why. I think it's stupid. So my best advice is this. Learn history, 1. Use data, 2. Use common sense, 3. Common sense is a big deal. That's like a rarity to find these days. And then number 4, I don't even know what number 4 is. There's got to be a number 4 in there. Oh yeah, think for yourself. Use your brain. Use your mind. Like, understand that you don't have the only opinion that's right out there, right? Part of the reason, you got to understand, like, I think some people get offended, again, like I said this before, when I debate politics, or even when I talk politics on this channel. A lot of people are like, thumbs down, I don't like it, stick to your own. Okay, fine. What you've got to understand about me is I've debated politics since 1992. I'm well aware of the arguments, guys, for the last 25 years. It's not an issue to me. I don't get emotional about debating somebody, even if I'll get emotional about the topics, but understand I'm not offended if you disagree with me. I've never been offended if you disagree with me. I love it when people can disagree. I don't even care if we agree to disagree. We don't have to agree on anything. It doesn't mean I don't like you, right? That's life. That's how it works. So, a little bit of a rant, actually a lot of a rant right now. Big, kind of wound up. Sorry about that. Maybe that's how I should be more. Maybe we should start talking truth a little bit more, right? Maybe we'll get into some other stuff later. All right, so enough of the ranting. Let's get into some other stuff real quick. We are up in Idaho right now, and it's super hot out. So I really want to cut some stuff with a chainsaw. I got this new chainsaw. It's you guys will like it. It's pretty cool. Sold my old ones, kind of sad, but you know, sold the old ones and got a new one. So we'll have to do a review on that. I was hoping to cut a bunch of wood, but it's like 95 degrees out, and honestly when it gets this dry I'm just a little careful. I don't want sparks to fly into the woods and catch everything on fire. That's not good. So we're gonna kind of wait till things cool down, hopefully next week, hopefully, cross your fingers. The other thing is we had the well drillers come up on the property yesterday. That's pretty cool. One thing I want to do up here, and I think a lot of this, I got to be honest with you, a lot of this chaos and weird stuff going on right now has caused us as a family to say, hey, let's put some more time into this off-grid property. Might be a good investment here in the near future. So it's kind of got our behinds in gear, if you will. So well driller came out, said he can do it in 6 weeks. Sounds great to me. We found a great spot. You know, I was thinking one spot. You know, these guys up here are super, these experts, you know, when it comes to well drillers, a lot of times you're paying for the experience. You know, you're paying for the drilling, obviously. They have a lot of expensive, very high-tech gear for this kind of thing. But you're also paying, the good ones, you're paying for the experience that they have. And so you also want to do it legally. Like, you know, drilling a well and contaminating groundwater is a big deal. So you want to get a good one. We found a good one who's drilled a lot in our area, and we're pretty excited to do this. So as of right now, this moment, unless something changes financially, never know, it's a wild time, we live in crazy times. As of right now, we're going to see if he can do it in the next month and a half or so. I'd love to get it done before the end of the year, just for obvious reasons. I want water on the property. It's a game changer up there. Irrigation, gardening, fire suppression, drinking water, having a real bathroom. I mean, these are all things, even if we just put an RV up there and camp, game changer. You're not driving into town, filling up totes and just messing around with that kind of stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. So I'll keep you posted on that. I didn't film it last night just because we were having kind of a, you know, an in-depth conversation. But by the end of the conversation, we found a really good spot, totally different than what I was thinking, totally different. But he said, you're going to have those utilities there and those utilities there. It's got to be 100 feet from there and 15 from there. That's where you're going to put it. Boom, done. So I agree to that. I said, drill it. I say, drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. We need the water now. So exciting times too, right? Exciting times. Things are changing. And I don't think it's all for the bad. I think there's a lot of opportunity right now in doing different stuff. So that's where we're at. Hope you guys are doing well. Keep us in your prayers. See you on the next one.